when we speak about separation, which we Palestinians, we don't like it in the dictionary. And for us, separation, it's a nightmare linked with unilateral policy. And we believe, and lessons learned until now, unilateralism will never lead to any positive impact for the Israeli or the Palestinians. Unilateralism will only support extremism and extremists both sides. What are the real issues if we want to address things as is? There are three important pillars. Security, and I'm putting myself in the Israeli shoes, but security for all. Economic growth and development, and economic growth and development for both sides. Political horizon. Political horizon. We cannot discuss Palestinian-Israeli issues and just forget that there is occupation. And we will not have an end to this conflict before ending the occupation. We cannot deceive ourselves. If this occupation will continue, there will be no peace. And no Palestinian is ready to accept and live with occupation. So, let's understand each other that these three pillars, unless addressed in a parallel approach, it won't work. But security and economy should be addressed at the same time, and they are both very important. And unfortunately, unless we create a balance between the security legitimate Israeli needs and concerns, and under legitimate I want to put 100 lines, and the Palestinian requirements for economic recovery and growth, it won't work. As our friend Dr. Sneh, and unfortunately he is not here, he said that terrorism is the enemy for economy. I agree. But also poverty and unemployment are the best environment for terror and terrorism. I want to say here in Tel-Aviv that terrorism and extremism are the enemy of the Palestinian people and the enemy of Palestinian dream and the enemy for peace. But unfortunately, I want to say very frankly also that the Israeli measures and policies against the total Palestinian population is a direct support to these terrorists and to these extremists. We believe that Israel was, is, and will continue to be the most important trade partner. I don't believe it's separation. And I only see the option of cooperation. But we have the right to diversify our trade. 95% of our exports since 94 until today are to the Israeli market. 80% of our imports. We succeeded to reach 60% in a period of time, 98, 99, of our imports. But back now it's more or less 80% of our imports from Israel. This is not a healthy situation for a small economy like Palestine. We have the right to diversify our trade. So again, the invoice of peace should be clear. The reference should always be 67 borders. The other complicated issues which some of the Israeli politicians use it about refugees and Jerusalem, let me be very honest with you, it is solvable. And I'm sure that we can reach to a solution where we can address the Israeli concerns and we can reach to a compromise. It's more than 500 checkpoints, and with the wall as a snake coming inside the Palestinian territory, making it impossible not for trade, it's and not for economic recovery or even for any potential growth. It is impossible for trade activities. or any kind of economic activity, with the transaction cost and the business people know, it will make it impossible for feasibility for the business. It is not possible to create any difference unless the enabling environment for the business community and the enabling environment to attract investment is there. The conditions and the requirements, starting with AMA, and the minimum is AMA. It's not a big dream. We don't have many options. We have only one option: to join efforts and to work together. And we are in the same boat. Your enemies are our enemies. Don't address us, weaken us, making it impossible for us to influence the change directly or indirectly. Don't support the extremists among us. Don't support the terrorists among us.